Yeah. I thought his run here last week was excellent. I mean, he's dropping out of a heat of a Group 1 back to, let's be frank here, a pretty moderate City Class 700 here. I was surprised he wasn't a bit shorter, and it's possibly down to the fact that Adelmo Bale's just going to bother him early on the map, I guess.
I'll look at the market ahead of race number 2, just as Sky Racing 1 not too far away from joining us. Master of the Art's been, look, today's been $2.70 into $2.30. Outside of that, not a great deal of activity. So here's the one that the fluctuations are leaning towards, but we'll take a deep breath. Sky Racing 1, the transition shortly. Thanks, Brody. Welcome into the Meadows, leading up to race number 2 and what's a huge night of racing, of course, headlined by the Group 1 Australian Cup. And if you're keen to get involved in the first 6 races here at the track for tab account holders, have a bet on races 1 to 6 at the Meadows tonight. And if your dog wins, get paid out, plus you stake back as a bonus bet up to $25. So that's the first offer tonight here at the Meadows. And of course, a $100,000 quaddie jackpot jumps into the pool for races 5 to 8. Race 2, they're heading to the boxes, and Wiz, we do see Master of the Art the favourite. From a fluctuations point of view, it does lean towards him, and on paper, he does look to be the obvious choice. Yeah, that run last week stands out as clearly the best piece of form, doesn't it? He's beaten 7 lengths in the end by Arian Bale, but certainly not disgraced for a dog that was only having his second 700-metre start to go around a heat of a Group 1. He's particularly well placed here. It's really just the presence of Adelmo Bale, who's got a lot of early pace as well, that probably prevents me from declaring him, to be honest. If he can just park on Adelmo Bale, I'm certain he'll be too strong for Adelmo. I don't think he'll get 700 at all. But yeah, it's really just a matter of, and we touched on this on Active, if Master of the Art just mucks around trying to navigate Adelmo Bale, that's going to bring Xylan into it. I thought he was the main danger. Well, he's been on the drift so far, $3.60 out to $4.20. So we expect Adelmo Bale and Master of the Art to be on speed. Xylan's, from a threatening point of view, and Greyhound's running on, he's next best. Yeah, and he's got form around Sherzani, and look, as much as Sherzani's a little bit quirky, it's a good level of form, and there are a couple of other dogs that have got that sort of similar sort of form line. Master of the Art ran third to Sherzani here at Sandown, going back 2 runs ago. Xylan was in that race, and there wasn't a lot between them there. I don't think there'll be a lot between them again tonight. I thought it was 4 and 7 clear. About to be loaded for race 2 at the Meadows. Of course, the 2 big ones tonight, the Group 1s, the Vanderbilt Superstays is race number 6. Then the Australian Cup final to be run at Group 1 level is race number 8. They're the 2 main features. This is race 2. Here's James.
It's going to be a stretch tonight into $4. First go up the long journey. They're set to run. Green light. Ready to go. They're racing. Adelmo Bale out fast from the inside, went straight through to lead. Master of the Art, who kicks up to second. Atticus Bale over to third, a length and a half away. And then Jimmy Intention not too far off the speed, and he just tacks on now to fourth, only 4 off the pace. A break of 2 to Sinisa Bale and last Xylan Bale. So Adelmo Bale with early speed, led by a length and a half. Master of the Art, who now pushes through to claim the front as they hit down the city side. But here come the back markers. Atticus Bale makes ground, as does Xylan Bale. Jimmy Intention whacks away, and Sinisa Bale can't keep up. Master of the Art went for home. Off the back, led by 3 lengths over Xylan Bale, who's starting to close in. Then Atticus Bale and running on Jimmy Intention. Master of the Art all out. Grabbed by Xylan Bale, who's the superior stayer. Xylan Bale won it by a length and a half. Master of the Art, third Jimmy Intention, and then Atticus Bale. They were followed by Sinisa Bale, and it was a no-go over the 700 for Adelmo Bale last in. The time, 43.07, and Xylan Bale all too good at the end.
Xylan Bale too strong, and Wizzy read it really well outside of the overall result, because we saw Adelmo Bale lead. Master of the Art really made it difficult for himself to get past him, and while he was giving up ground at that point in time, Xylan Bale was really starting to warm up, and once he got to him sort of through the 600-metre boxes, that region, he was going to be hard to beat. Yeah, he wasn't brilliantly away the blue, and that probably meant that he had to work into the spot he got to from probably a length or so behind where he possibly should have started. And then the point you make is right. He just wanted to check off Adelmo even going past me here at the 500 boxes, and
then just going to the back. It's just held him up enough for Zylan Bale to be brought into the race. And look, they look the two best chances in the race. They've run 1, 2. I don't think it's a race necessarily that will throw up a lot of winners looking to the future, though.
I don't think so. 43.03 is the time, so not awfully fast. I think given the nature of the race was run is probably more of an explanation to that rather than the conditions here that we do see on track tonight. So Zylan Bale wins race number 2. Back shortly for race 3.